Now, in order to understand some of the dynamics, let's talk about energy. I'll go back to the basics and I'll need the writing board. And I'll keep going back to the basics until you finally get that, aha, I get it. Adamus, why didn't you tell us about this 3 years ago? Go back and read the shouts. Go back and read the shouts. So some of the basics of energy. First of all, you are consciousness. Understand that. You are consciousness. It's the I am. I exist. That's consciousness. It's the first awareness. You are consciousness. We'll just put a dot there. Consciousness. I exist. Consciousness continues to, you could say, unfold. It continues to become. It's not static. It doesn't just stay in its current level of consciousness. To say that it grows isn't quite right, or to expand. It continues to become more conscious. So we put a circle around that, the circumpunt, the symbol for consciousness, the I am. Very simple. You could say also it started with the spark of spirit. You're going to discover sooner or later that that wasn't actually true, but we'll use it. We'll pretend for right now that it was. Hopefully confuse a few of you about that. So, this is the I am. As I said before, it doesn't exist anywhere. It doesn't have a place in outer space of its own. Doesn't need it. It does not exist within time. Doesn't need it. It is totally on its own. It is not energy. This is one of perhaps the greatest illusions, fallacies, or mistruths that humans believe, and even religions, even New Age does not understand that consciousness does not contain energy. Because, first of all, if you thought that it did, and particularly in the way most people think about energy, suddenly you become victim to energy, and consciousness is corruptible in that scenario. But it's not true. Consciousness contains no energy, does not exist in any particular time or space. It is yours, solely yours. Very simple concept, but yet often I talk to groups about this, and they go out the door 5 minutes later forgetting it, forgetting the purity of the I am. So consciousness, no energy. Energy exists outside of consciousness, and it does exist in all sorts of dimensions. Any dimension that consciousness ever visited or imagined. Energy exists everywhere that the consciousness ever felt into or imagined into. Suddenly energy is there. Energy was created, let's call it breathed in. Energy was breathed in by the passion of consciousness. The passion of consciousness is the feeling, and I'm using slightly very human words here, but the passion of consciousness is having the sensory experience of feeling its existence. That's the passion of consciousness. Feeling that sensory, that experiential, hey, I exist. That's the passion right there. That passion of its existence, to know its existence and to feel it, created energy. Energy outside of itself. But you could actually say that, some would say that there was the passion of going home. I've actually said it myself before. Partly true, but where is home? Humans like to think of home as being heaven, God, oneness, all that was, all the rest of that crap. It's not. True home, and I'll use this as an opportunity to promote the latest book from Tobias, Journey Home. The true journey home is not back to some celestial palace. True journey home. Right there. That's all there is to it. You don't go back to the oneness. You are the oneness. You go back to awareness. Good. Getting somewhere? Learning something?
Every day.
Yeah, good. You're not sleeping behind those sunglasses, are you?
That's my little
Is that
secret.
your new man next to you?
Is he worthy?
Yeah, she's without words. So these are basics. Many of you have heard them, but it's important to keep repeating them. Now, right on the first level, what you call the basic level or the simple level, right around your consciousness is, it looks like a sun now, is a, let's, again, human words, but is a layer of energy that's the most intimate with you. It's only yours. It is always there, but you are hardly ever in conscious connection with it. Because you're in conscious connection with everything else, the walls, the cars, the other people in your life, your aches and pains, and mostly that strange mind. So you very, very rarely access it. And somebody just asked online, somebody asked the question, can I access it through hallucinogenic drugs? Sure, go ahead, try. Have fun. Why do I get these questions? Really? No, you don't need to access it through drugs, and it's not going to make it easier. As a matter of fact, it's this level of layer of energy, core level energy that's surrounding, that's not surrounding culture, but that's always harmonious with your consciousness. That layer is so in truth and so pure that no, you're not going to get to it with manipulative methods or false methods. Once in a grand while, a few of you might have felt this level. When you do, you're going to have the sensory experience of tremendous love and all things being in order, because this level right around your consciousness follows you around. It's everywhere the consciousness goes. That level and layer is in perfect harmony, resonating with the I am all the time. It's yours. It's your personal treasure chest, if you would, of energy. There's not a lot of it because it doesn't need much. It's efficient, it's pure, it's absolutely in service to you. Always, always there. It will not tolerate manipulation. It will not and cannot be applied to what you call power. Those games use other levels of energy. Fortunately, this level of your personal energy, it's just yours. It's related directly and only to your consciousness. Can never be taken, used, or even lent out to anybody else. Fortunately, it is beyond manipulation and games, and if you try to go there in some sort of altered state, you cannot access it. It is so pure. It's not that it has a big wall around it. It's simply that it's so pure that you wouldn't recognize it if you went there with manipulation, power seeking, or anything else. So it's always there. Always there.